Is our past karma affect the present life? How can we believe it? What is the proof? Thank you.
It is not easy to prove this, but I can try. We do not need to talk about the past life, which is unreachable. For our mortal understanding, we will talk about the present. It's easier to understand. For example, if every day you drink alcohol, if in the morning you drink alcohol, then in the afternoon, what do you feel? Lovely, fantastic. Or you feel drunk, terrible, headache, lousy and sluggish. You feel terrible, right? Yes. Yeah, that is the effect of what we call the past karma affecting the present. If you did not drink so much alcohol in the morning, then at noon you won't feel so terrible. Or in the afternoon you won't feel so terrible. You will feel clear-headed and very happy, yeah, and very normal. That is the karmic effect. We call it the past affecting the present. So very easy. Now these things are easy to understand because it is in the same time and in the present time. But if something happened so long ago, centuries ago, then of course we do not understand. Every time we are born again, we change into new clothes. Like this body has new clothes, and we forgot what kind of clothes. The fact that we forgot the past is also a blessing for us. Because what is the use to us if we remember that last life we were a tiger? Or we were a wolf? Or we were a kind of very terrible president or very terrible king? This will make a very, very heavy pressure on us. Yeah. We cannot even deal with our daily pressure. How much more so if we have to deal with the past karmic burden, the mental burden. So it is a blessing that we don't remember the last life. And that is especially designed from God, from the Lord of Karma, that we do not remember, so that we may live a bearable life. Actually, when we practice some kind of meditation, even just ordinary meditation, not to mention about our method, some people would see their own past lives, because there is some kind of spare which records every minute detail of our last existence. And when we reach that so-called library, we can see everyone's life like an open book, including our own. So actually, when we practice our method, we can also reach there. If it is useful for us, the Master will let you see. If it isn't, or if it is out of your forbearance, meaning too much for your own enduring power, then the Master will cover it. He won't let you see. So the secret of life is there is nothing secret. It is the matter of reaching the right library and then seeing what is in store before and after. So you can prove it for yourself even. You can prove for yourself. No one can prove it for you. For example, if you ask me, how can I prove your karma? Now I would tell you, for example only, don't believe it. I will tell you, oh, before you were a tiger person. Yeah, and now you ask me for proof. It is very difficult for me. Because you are here and I am there. I see things differently from how you're seeing things. The one who is on the 5th floor sees more part of the city than the one who is on the 2nd floor. And the one who is on the 2nd floor will not believe what the person on the 5th floor is telling him, because he himself doesn't see it. Understand that? So the proof or no proof, leave it for later. You should be more concerned with the present life. For example, the past life we cannot change. It's gone. It's already happened. So we can change. We can worry about this present life and the future. And now we can change the future. And that is a good thing. The future and the present are so important to us, not the past. The past, we cannot do anything about it. And even about the present, we can't do much. But we could minimize it, could smooth it out by our own God power within us. Every day we take it out and use it. For example, you have a treasure or inheritance from your parents, $1 million treasure laying hidden somewhere, and you don't know where it is. And every day you go and work very hard and earn a little money. But the fact that you know you have a treasure somewhere doesn't help you, does it? But if you know where it is, then you can take it out and use it every day. And now you owe somebody $100,000. You cannot change that. You already borrowed money from him. You cannot change this, but you can take your money and give it to him. Understand? Make your life more comfortable. No lawsuits and people coming and dragging you out and scolding you and beating you because of owing people money. And that's how you can change your present life. Now our present lives are fixed from the past, so-called karma. As you sow, so shall you reap. Therefore our happiness or sorrows are fixed because of our own past actions. Just like we owe somebody money, and that we cannot change. We already spent that. So now we have to bear it, or if we have money, we give it to him, and then we are free. The same. Our present life may be miserable or unhappy because of our past life or due to the past years' wrong actions. But now, if we practice, we take the inner blessing power in use, then we can minimize this misery. And that's how we can help and change the present. And of course, in the future, nothing unfavorable will happen to us because we have so much merit in store to alter the future. Yeah. The same as we have discovered our treasure. And so now we give some money to our creditor. And then we even have a lot to use in the future. In the future, we can avoid borrowing money. We can avoid being poor. Yeah, the same thing. We cannot change the past. We have to smooth out the present and change the future. And that is the purpose of practicing the immediate enlightenment method, the Guan Yin method. Guan means to contemplate. Yin means inner vibration, inner sound. So Guan Yin, this is a Chinese word for contemplating the inner music.